Good morning, BCS. Today is Thursday, June 18th, and tomorrow is June 19th, where we celebrate Juneteenth, and that is celebrating June 19th, 1865, which was the day that the last state in the United States of America ended slavery, which was Texas. So 2.5 years before that, the Emancipation Proclamation ending slavery was signed, and took 2.5 years for the last state to recognize that and to actually end slavery, which was in Texas. So we're going to read a book today that is called Juneteenth for Mazie, written by Floyd Cooper. Mazie wants to play outside, but it is too late. It's getting dark, Mazie. It's time to stay inside. Mazie wants a cookie, but it is time for bed. Not now, little one. It's too close to bedtime. Mazie wants to stay up late, but she is too little. Bedtime is the rule, sweet girl. Why so grumpy, Sugar Bear? Asks Dad. I can't go where I want, have what I want, or do what I want, answers Mazie. Well, tomorrow you can have a celebration, says Dad. What are we celebrating? Asks Mazie. We will celebrate the day your great-great-great-grandpa Mose crossed into liberty. The day will be celebrated by us and many more families on a day we call Juneteenth. Dad lifts Mazie into his arms. I bet you're tired of hearing no all the time. Well, great-great-great-grandpa Mose heard no even more. Grandpa Mose worked in fields that stretched all the way to sunset. He and the other slaves would be bone tired, but they had to keep going. Their masters wouldn't let them quit. But as they worked, they thought about freedom. And before they finally went to sleep at night, they prayed about freedom and made plans for change and a better future. Some slaves ran north to freedom, following a bright star in the sky. They sweat, they bled, and they cried till those cries were quieted by a single proclamation from a brave president. Grandpa Mose heard that proclamation read from the balcony of the hotel on that warm June day in Galveston, Texas. Grandpa Mose heard nothing but cheers, saw nothing but happiness, and felt nothing but pride shared by all those around him. The cheers became dancing, the dancing became celebrating. It went on and on into the night. Grandpa Mose and the others had found freedom. They continued to work, but this time they were paid for their hard work. So they worked, and they saved, and they never forgot the moment they heard, the moment that changed their lives forever. But things weren't perfect. Black people still struggled to stand shoulder to shoulder with white people. They still weren't treated as equals. It wasn't easy, but they never gave up. And every year on Juneteenth, they remembered. They marched for jobs. They lobbied for schools and the right to vote. They shouted for opportunity. And every year on Juneteenth, they celebrated and remembered. They learned and they grew. They forgave. They excelled and achieved. They became heroes. Now, sweet Mazie, it's your turn to celebrate just like great-great-great-grandpa Mose. It's your turn, Mazie, to eat some barbecue and drink some strawberry pop. It's your turn to celebrate and to remember. On June 19, 1865, soldiers arrived in Galveston, Texas, announcing the end of the Civil War and the end of slavery in the United States. It was more than 2 years after President Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation. Celebrated every year on June 19th, Juneteenth commemorates the announcement of the abolition, means getting rid of, abolition of slavery and the emancipation, the freedom, the emancipation of African American citizens throughout the entire United States. The end. I hope that you have a great day. We have a guest reader tomorrow. I promise he will be here. He's somebody that many of you have heard about before, so I am excited for you to meet him on video. And I will see you next Monday. We don't have a lot of school left, so we'll do something fun and read a fun book for summer. Okay, I miss you, and I will see you next week. Bye, friends.